everybody, I'm schmerkadabur, and welcome back to This Is the Police. The Golden Bird today says, a doctor tells us equipment in city hospitals is outdated. The Freiburg Tribune says the Gallery of Modern Art hosts suicidal artist Sigmund Hamerling. And The Fact, Freiburg's #1 paper, says Mayor Rogers congratulates our graduates. Wow, that's a hot take, Mayor Rogers. That is a hot take. Let's go to work. It looks like it's day 177, which means hopefully only 3 more days, perhaps even only 2 more days. Ames, you know what? Take the day off. You look tired. Who's going to get a stripe? Yeah, everybody's got fucking stripes here. You know what? Asano, congratulations. You're a triple chevron officer. She has been here forever, and I think that I might just not use her anymore, just to make sure that she lives. I think Asano, I know you want to be out there, fighting crime, doing good, but you're too valuable, and I want you to stick around and be my personal assistant. Alright. Driving under the influence. A man's driving a buggy along the beach, knocking people over. Eyewitnesses say he's laughing like a lunatic. Alright, this is a job for Son of Odinbeard, Chivers, how about, Calhoun, and then some scrubs. Yeah, sounds good to me. Get out there. The police station, we've got so many fucking funerals. Good God. George Mitchell, you're hired for Shift A. Barbara Mixon, you're hired for Shift B. Joshua Giuliano, you're hired for Shift A. And we also need to go to the police station here. Caddy has shifted sides. And Barton as well. Let's get them over to Shift B. All right. Send our 4 worst detectives out. There we go. And funerals, Floridor. I'll bet you regret ever coming to Freiburg, don't you? Guess, you know what? You were a good cop as well. So long, Guerin. Jackie Kemp. Edith Forbes. She's been here a while, too. We've got a raise. We can hire an officer. But we've already done it. No, we haven't done it, actually. We can hire a detective. Let's hire, Keith Coleman, why not? For Shift B, please. And okay, unlawful assembly. We've done it. We've taken care of the first part of the day. Some parents have gathered outside City Hall. Their children have been diagnosed with mucopolysaccharidosis, a rare genetic disease that affects the nervous system, internal organs, and musculoskeletal system. Freiburg stopped purchasing the drugs required to treat these children because the medicine failed to pass annual certification. The parents are furious. Mrs. Poultry, the leader at the rally, shouted into the bullhorn, "The disease is killing our children, and all they can do is play politics." Yeah. Off you go, everybody. Everybody. And the paddy wagon. All right. You know, like, drive to another city and get the medicine. Do whatever you need to do. But, like, it's the fucking law. Like, something's wrong with the way they're making that medicine. Mrs. Abbott called us, saying that grown men are harassing schoolgirls at the swimming pool in broad daylight. Some pumped-up guys in swim trunks were touching the adolescent girls and lying next to them by the pool. Come arrest these perverts. Could it... I don't know. That doesn't sound good. But at the same time, could be their parents, and... In this game, you don't trust old people. You just don't trust old people. The buggy is rushing straight at a patrol car. Ram the idiot. He's in a buggy wearing cars. He was on coke, dude. Okay, let's bring him to the station. Oh, super fun. Mission from the labor union. We've received some disturbing information. Port management hired a gang of thugs to teach our top union officials a lesson, hoping we'd back down in the negotiations on the new port worker contract. Our sources have informed us they're planning to catch us one by one and, so to speak, persuade us to change our position. We need to protection for the remainder of the negotiations. Could you send some men? I can. Just wait for a moment. Unlawful assembly has been handled. Very nice. Let's see this harassment. Licensed lifeguard. See, you can't trust old people. You can't trust them in this game. Or in life, frankly. They are just a bunch of lying sons of bitches all the time. You get old and you start lying. That's just how it works. That's the way of the world. It's life, everybody. It's just life. Okay. Oh boy. Yelko Grobler reports that he overheard his hysterical neighbors fighting and swears he heard 4 separate voices. A short time later, shots were fired, and everything went quiet. Mr. Gobler had previously noticed suspicious people in the residence and saw them with weapons, but until now he was afraid to do anything. I don't know what I'd say, face to face with those tattooed thugs, admitted Mr. Grobler through streaming tears. There's no way I could face them. That's fair. We're going to send Castile. We're going to send Higgins. We're going to send Hoskin and Kane, and I think that's good. To the mass riot, we are going to send some people as well. Thomas Baxter, a baker at Crispy Tommy, claims that his rival Jerome Roll of the Livelihood Bakery has been spreading false rumors that Baxter spits in the pastries and mixes in hazardous chemicals. Many of his regular customers have apparently bought into the rumors and have gathered outside the store ready to deal with the unfortunate baker. There are dozens of angry people. I locked the door, but it won't keep them out for long. Okay. Well, these are just like regular people. So I think... shit. I think let's send some scrubs to take care of this one, right? And the paddy wagon. Off you go. And then the labor union mission, we can send these 3. Oh, but now we're getting into dangerous territory, right? Okay, McNally and Shivers. Okay, this is a scary one. Nobody die on the way to... Okay, Hoskin is dead. That's okay. That's okay. I don't even know Hoskin. I've met him in passing. I didn't even interview him for the job. Okay, on the eve of the premiere of The Longest Finger, an anonymous caller threatened that he was going to blow up the hall with all the moviegoers inside. The director said the perpetrator had a voice like a child and he's confident it's a prank, but was obliged to inform the police about the threat. See, this sounds like one that's like, isn't this obviously a trick? A man climbed into a lake trying to catch a swan. The man is crazy. He said he'd kill the bird if it didn't come. But if it doesn't come, how's he gonna kill it? I'm not sending my 3 best to save a freaking swan. We can get a new swan, right? Yes, we can get a new swan. I'm not dealing with it. Okay, 18,000 from the labor union. How do you like that, everybody? You guys are good. You guys have this under control. Good job. Good freaking job. Vehicular accident at City Center. A pedestrian was crossing the road illegally and was hit by a car. The driver didn't try to get away, but got out of the car, grabbed the pedestrian, began to beat him in the face, shouting, "Watch where you're going, you fucking bitch." Okay. Terror threat. 4th grade student who didn't have a time to buy a ticket. Animal abuse. The guy got away, but nobody got hurt. The riot. Everything is handled. And I could send my big 3 to handle this. Do I want to? I need to. I have to. Go, and please, God, don't die. None of you die. Please. Please don't die. Oh my God. I'm so nervous. There's a massive fight. During the premiere of the new movie about secret agent Jasmine Roach, a man burst into the theater and started loudly protesting the violence in the film. At first, he was just verbally abusing the people who were trying to enjoy the show, but it quickly turned into a full-on fight. We already have reports of 1 victim. All right. We got this. We've got this, everybody. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. I am so nervous. We've got a new assault thing? Did we get that this morning, maybe? 2 of them. Recently, it seems like City Hall has been preparing for an invasion. All the flowers were getting trampled, so Mayor Rogers told me to move the main garden by the back door. I was working there when I heard an important guy, a retired general or something, saying that a competent commander, covered by a couple fighters, could get through the back door and penetrate into any part of the building. Yes, sir, so there's no point at all in the whole central security system. Then he calmed down, said nobody knows about the back door except people who are supposed to know, and they all went for a drink. I don't know where the children come up with their ideas of fun, but at night they climb under the roof of City Hall, bring picnics, and make out with each other right in front of our blessed cathedral. Last month, one of the students walked over a rotten section of the roof and fell in. Luckily, that part's been under renovation for the past 6 months, and it was filled with soft materials, which broke his fall. But this is definitely something you need to look into. Nope. This is perfect. This is perfect. I'm ready. I'm ready to take the mayor down, man. He is going down like a clown in Chinatown. Except at City Hall, not in Chinatown. Other stuff happens in Chinatown, but, my top 3. My top 3, bless you. End of the day? No, we've still got somebody going out. Don't die! Nobody die! Don't die on the way back, please. Please. Live. I want you to live. You need to live. No. Nobody else is going out. Good job, everybody. Good job. Okay, yes, we've made it. Well, Hoskin didn't, and neither did Guerin. But everybody else, they made it, man. They made it. They did it. Ah, so good. So good. Okay, another day passed without any of my top officers dying. This is good. Okay, it's day 178. We are right up against it, everybody. It's January 8th, that's a Wednesday, and the Golden Bird says, tragedy on the advertising set. A spotlight collapsed and killed a director. The Freeburg Tribune says, a study tells us racism is a disease. Agreed, Freeburg Tribune. And the Fact, Freeburg's #1 paper, says suburbs host Asian Culture Festival. Good! Good! I'll send Asano there. Asano, take your private car and go to the festival, hang out there for the day. Caddy didn't come in. I kind of like that, actually. Cross? Yeah, go ahead and take the day off. Jackson, you know what? Finish your book. Barton, yes, go home. You're exhausted. Smith, no, we need you. I'm sorry. Vasilev, we need you too. McCoy? Yeah, go home. Okay, yeah, we're good. This is good. This is so good. Okay, start the day. Yes, man. Oh, I'm feeling good about this. I am feeling good about today. Today is going to be a good day. I can feel it. I can taste it. I can even smell it. I can use 3 of my 5 senses to find it. There's a funeral today, of course, as there is every day now, for Margaret Belcher. The one day she decided, well, the one day I made her come into work, she died in a car accident. Goodbye to you, Kathy Bates. All right, drug use at the high school. Literature teacher Mrs. Gunderson noticed traces of white powder on the backpacks of some of her senior students. All of them are taking drugs and coming to class stoned. What's happening to her youth? I don't buy it. I think they're eating donuts. Lawyer Paul Hargis exited his car. He noticed some menacing guys painting a swastika on the parking lot. Looked like one of the guys had a gun in his belt, he added. If you arrest them, give them my number. I'd be happy to represent them. Nice. Vasilev, Stokes, Bloomingdale, go take care of it. And yeah, I don't think that's drug use. And if it is, you know what? They're kids. They're tough. They can handle it. They're invincible, basically. They're just going to bounce back from anything that happens to them. Truck rammed into a bank. Man carrying a gun jumped out, demanded the truck be filled with cash. All right. Prado, take all these losers out, along with SWAT, and go take care of that. White powder was chalk dust. Of course, not donuts. Chalk dust. Oh, I should have known. Miss Ferguson walked into a restaurant and asked for some water to wash down her anxiety pill. The waitress rudely refused to help her. Everybody has to pay, lady. Mrs. Ferguson grew enraged and grabbed the girl by the hair. I'll teach you to respect your elders, you little shit. Little song and ass man. This could be the day that one of you goes, but this sounds serious. Let's take care of it. Mr. Boyd, my inspector for labor safety, Miho Vasilescu, has completely lost his mind. I told him clearly, when you check out the True Color Hotel, make sure everything passes in good order. But he just went back to the hotel and wrote a bunch of tickets. Now the owner's wearing me out on the phone because we had a beneficial gentleman's agreement with them. Meanwhile, Vasilescu just went out into the country on a fishing holiday. Send some officers to have a word. Make sure he follows the orders of his superiors. We'll definitely do that for you. Vandalism? Vasilev, taking the lead on this one, has taken care of it. Nice work, old man. Nice work. All right, and get back here so we can send the 3 of you out for a mission for the labor union as well. Okay. Well, that's 1 down without anybody dying. There's a firefight in the ghetto. There's also other stuff. Employees and bank patrons are throwing packets of money into the truck. Man with the gun is directing him. Fill up the truck or everybody dies. Aim at the robber. The robber opens his jacket, showing he's got dynamite strapped to his chest. I'll blow everybody to hell unless you get out of my way. Shoot him in the head. There we go, he's dead. And we've got explosives that we're going to bring to the police station to play with. We're going to blow some shit up. It's going to be super fun. It's going to be super fun. Oh, this is a big firefight. Terrified Mrs. Mosley called in to report she heard gunshots on the floor of her building. I looked through the peephole and saw several men shooting at each other. I fell to the floor and crawled to the phone. Nobody else is getting back in time, so you know what? Best of luck, you 3. Good luck out there. Ooh, this is a busy day, everybody. This is a real busy one. Assault with an offensive weapon. Joseph Hopper met his neighbor Sharon Roberts while she was walking Dee Dee, her chihuahua. He grabbed her by the hair and began to shout and berate her. He claimed she's gotten the smell of skunk all over the house, and her staircase is filthy. He struck the girl, then grabbed the dog and cut its throat with a hunting knife. A young man passing by stood up for the woman, and a fight has broken out. Well, nothing we can do about any of this. Honestly, all of our officers are gone. Mr. Zambezi raped me. This desperate call was followed by a terrified woman's scream from inside a closed auditorium. The police were called by some students who were getting ready for their philosophy lecture. Oh, this is no good, everybody. Someone died. But the rape wasn't real. That's good. She was unhappy with the grade her philosophy teacher gave her and decided to teach him a lesson of his own. When the professor entered, she closed the door and began to scream. This assault has been handled, however. We still don't have any officers back. But, okay, now we've got a big group. We're getting a big group in here. Suicide threat at the park. About 15 congregants of the Church of the 13th Coming have gathered in the park, covered themselves in gasoline, and are preparing for a mass self-immolation to assist in the Lord's return, that he may punish all the sinners. Okay, Oshiro, take with you a whole bunch of, like, okay people, along with the paddy wagon. Counterfeiting. A man was caught at a gas station trying to pay with counterfeit cash. He confessed and told us where he got the phony notes. There's a warehouse operating a dozen machines printing counterfeit money. Well, that sounds important. Okay. Prado, take with you these guys, and I believe in you. And then, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to send my three best, my three bays, out to handle the labor union quest. This was a busy day. This was a real busy day. Look at this. What a team. They stopped a firefight all by themselves. So long, Roka. But if anybody's going to die, you know, I'm glad that it wasn't my favorites. The suicide threat has been taken care of. It looks like I might get a team back, actually, in time for this hostage situation. Prado, no! Oh, this other group is not going to be able to handle it. That sucks. It's Prado and a bunch of scrubs. Oh, no. Okay, hostage situation. We're going to handle this one. Go and take SWAT with you. As soon as he spots the police, an old man grabs a bag filled with money and makes a break for it. Chase him. Good job, everybody. Good job. The theft was not handled, but nobody was hurt. We got 9,000 for our labor union mission. And it looks like we're going to be able to deal with this mass riot pretty soon as well. Hundreds of Freeburg residents lined up for hours outside the mall in anticipation of the annual Midnight Monster Sale. When the store doors opened, the people rushed inside, smashing everything in their path. Men and women started tearing out each other's hair and gouging out eyes, fighting over irons, VCRs, and other products. There are already dozens of victims, and the crowd is going wild. Come stop the bloodshed, begged a guard named Leonard Rodriguez, straining to be heard over the angry mob. You know what? You guys are on a roll. Get to it. Get to it. I believe in you. Don't die. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Okay. We're going to have to wait for a little bit for these people to get back, I think. But, yeah, Prado. Oh, no, Vasilev. Okay, it was bound to happen. We were really rolling the dice on old Vasilev. I don't think that these two guys are going to be able to handle this either. Okay, let's send some help out. What a disaster. What a disaster. Now, of course, they're probably going to die on the way out, too. But also... Oh, no. No, you guys can do it. Stokes, Bloomingdale, you got it. I believe you. They both died. They were crushed by all the mall goers. Maybe if Vasilev was there, he could have used his amazing super strength that he has as a 104-year-old man to stop them from being crushed. But you know what? It happens. It happens. It's day 178. We're nearly done. We're nearly done, everybody. The hostage situation was handled. We found some cash. Shift B is now absolutely decimated with 5 deaths today. Good God. Okay. Can we not end the day yet? What's going on here? Oh, shit! The assault will happen at night. Make sure you arrange your forces wisely, then move in. There's no room for... Is this it? This is the police? This is the end, perhaps? I'm super happy with this. This is exactly what I was hoping for. Cross your fingers, everybody, and let's kick some ass. I do. I want to start the assault right now. Oh my god, this is so fucking exciting! Stuart Rogers was shot. He's dead. Goodbye forever, Mr. Mayor. Fuck you. What a dick. What a cock. Alright. Mr. Boyd, I will not bore you with praise. You know full well how fine a job you've done. I'd rather take advantage of this opportunity, we so rarely write letters, to touch upon what we've never dared speak of in person. Miss Lana Berman. I know that what I did must have hurt you. I once told you that I feel no pleasure in the suffering of others, and I was not lying. So please, do not imagine I am prone to vile whims or would ever attack you so personally. You know why I had to do it. I imagine that's why you never brought it up. I understand that this morning Kevin Paulson is taking your place. I already have a plan to get rid of him, but tomorrow you'll just have to look on in silence as he mismanages the police department. I imagine this will be unpleasant for you, but your torments will be short-lived. By day's end, I'll send you a note describing how we are to proceed. Sincerely, E.C. Mr. Chaffee. Okay, it's a checkpoint. What else do we got? It's day 179. The Golden Bird says Mayor Rogers, resisting arrest, is killed in an armed standoff. The Freeburg Tribune says the Freeburg police storm City Hall. Stuart Rogers is killed in a shootout. And the Fact, Freeburg's #1 paper, says there's been a Freeburg coup d'etat. Let's go to work. All right. I think this might be the end, everybody.
Jack, you mind if I take Stet's office? Your office seemed a little ratty. No offense, Jack. Jack, I don't mind the broken nose, Jack. I know you were just upset. Hey, Jack, talk to me. Jack. Jack.
Oh, we're gonna watch. Oh, this is so good. Like, we're watching the cars go out, just sitting in our office, probably smoking cigars, maybe crying quietly because our life has totally come apart. We've got $750,000 in the bank, though. We're feeling good about that. Presumably, officers are out there dying in car accidents. They're out there solving crimes, out there helping people, as well as hurting people, probably, at the behest of the labor union, as well as Atticus Corp. Perhaps the church, even. But not City Hall. That's for sure. Not at the behest of City Hall. Now, I'm sure that there's actually quite a bit of work to be done today in old Freeburg. What with, the City Hall being attacked, the mayor dying. I'll bet that there's people who thought this is a great opportunity to do a little bit of looting. Notice that no cars have gone to the ghetto. What a surprise, everybody. What a surprise. Art imitates life. So good. So good. Okay, well, if this is indeed the end, I guess I have some things to say about this game. I liked this game. I had a lot of problems with this game. One is anytime that you can give yourself, like, a negative and have no way to fix it at all. Like, if he gave me $40,000, if I could have paid $80,000 to fix it, I would have done it in a second. Like, I think that would be something nice to have in the game. You can't, it's awful to do that to a player, to say, we're not going to tell you what's going to happen, but if you do this, you're going to have an extremely severe punishment for the rest of your gameplay. That's a sucky thing to do. The art style, beautiful. I love the way this game looks. It's nice. Voice acting as well, really, really well done. Really excellent voice actors. Great job, ladies and gentlemen who did the voice acting in this game. I really, really enjoyed it. Um, there's some problems with the interface as far as having this game on a console goes. Just the design of what buttons do what in what screens could have been much more consistent and clean, I think. The game was a little long. I thought it was going to be shorter. I never thought that this was going to go to fucking whatever, 49 episodes, 50 episodes, whatever we're on right now. A lot of episodes. I didn't think this game was going to go nearly this long. There were a lot of points where it felt like the game was just kind of dragging along. It really slowed down. It starts off with a bang, with a lot of cutscenes and stuff happening, and the mafia and all this great stuff. And then in the second section, it was just so much slowness until the dentist came along. And even then, like, catching the dentist was a cool thing, but it wasn't extraordinarily different from the other things you were doing. All this said, again, I like this game, and I'm glad I played it. Amazing storyline, a beautiful storyline, well told. And there are other stories, like there's the other mob that I could have dealt with that I never saw. So there's yet more to it, which is really, really cool. I don't think I'll ever replay this game, however. I don't think that I'm going to go back and do those. Especially because, like, the crimes that happen on each day are the same every time. There needs to be more randomization to give this game any sort of replayability. The end, from Chaffee. Mr. Boyd, ever since we first met, you have filled my mind with questions. Will we ever have a meeting of the minds? I doubt you share many of my ideals, but I never doubted your intellect, and by now I have little doubt that you, an intelligent man, have already figured out that I can't possibly keep all my promises. Your time is up, Mr. Boyd, even as mine is just beginning. I suppose it would be unpleasant if come tomorrow security ejects you from the building. We are better men than that. I ask that you be gone from the police station by dawn. As for the other part of the deal, don't worry. I wouldn't let you leave empty-handed. In this bag, you will find enough money to last you the rest of your life. How much? $1 from Chaffee. Wow. Oh, man. Oh, man. That's alright, I got 750 grand in the bank. Damn you, Chaffee. Day 180, January 10th, Friday. The Goldenberg, for the last time I will say the Goldenberg, sinking Pequod. The Golden Bird says Freeburg prosecutor Shea Broom dies of a heart attack. The Freeburg Tribune says the deputy police chief Martin Stett has been found dead and mutilated. And the Fact, Freeburg's #1 paper, says Freeburg winter is the coldest in 60 years. Guess we're gonna get a cutscene before all is said and done. Jack, are you going home? Going home with a bag of cash, that's nice. And some alcohol, possibly some explosives, perhaps lots of guns as well, maybe even a ficus or two. Oh, Jack. Oh, good, he's not getting in his car. That's good. That's good. Don't drink and drive, Jack. We've seen what happens to your officers when they do it, and you're no better than them. That's for sure. Look at this, legitimate animation. Oh my. Is this Lana?
How can I help you, sir?
I just want to go in.
Excuse me, sir. Only members are allowed into the club.
Don't I look like a member of the club?
I'm sorry, sir, but the club is not accepting new members at this time.
What are you, brand new here? I'm an old member of the club. I've been a member for 30 fucking years.
I'm sorry, sir, but I think you've made a mistake. Have a good evening.
One, two,
Huh.
3, 4, 5, 6,
John St. John. Excellent job. Michelle Benson, Brian Mislewy, Dustin Hummel, Tony Silveri, Chris Brandius, John J. Dick, Kevin Yazzini, Kevin... Oh,
17.
both of your roles. Well done. Norman Daniels, Margot Davies, Saul Elkin, Tom McCarr, Phil Nortzer, Lisa Vitrano, and Jennifer Hurleman. Awesome job. Awesome job. I'm so impressed by the voice actors in this. They did such a good job. 27 is what Jack's on now. Yeah, so again, I like this game. All the problems I previously talked about didn't prevent me from enjoying the game, although the thing with officers dying in the cars was really frustrating at the end. Was very, very frustrating. So that sucked. It was sucky that I couldn't pay more than I got to fix it, you know? But yeah, I like the game, and, you know, this is like a kind of a strategy simulation game when it comes to the gameplay. But it's not... the strategy simulation stuff is not exactly difficult. If you plan it well... I mean, that last day was really rough, actually, which is funny, like a boss battle kind of thing. But most of the days were very easily handled. I mean, I feel like I only missed maybe 6 or 7 calls the whole time. So the gameplay itself was not particularly difficult, and honestly not particularly rewarding either. So if I had to classify why I like this game, it's because of the visual novel aspect to it. The story is excellent, and it's well told. They have great voice actors telling the story, and if I could have simply watched all the cutscenes or had it animated in that final cutscene style and just watch a movie of this, I'd be very happy to do that. I think that would be good. I think I'd enjoy it. So yeah, I liked the visual novel aspects of this, and the gameplay was underwhelming. I think it wasn't spectacular. It wasn't bad. And it was novel early on, but the more you did it, I'm sure I watch these videos now, and I see that in my later videos of this game, that my actions go faster and faster and faster. I don't care who the officers are, partially because they were all dying so fast, but I don't care who they are. I didn't have much attachment to many of them because they hadn't been around for a long time. They didn't have personality, really, so... That is something this game really lacked. Little details in the gameplay that could have made it a lot better. Like the details of if an officer is alcoholic or chronically misses work. They did say that there's a way to deal with it, but you have to give them a stripe, and you don't get very many stripes. On top of that, like, it didn't give the characters life. The officers and detectives in this game didn't have any life at all. They were nothing but statistics. And even just like a little quip of background information would have been really nice to say, you know, this guy, he is from, whatever, Houston, Texas, and he plays in the Freeburg Ultimate Frisbee League. Something like that would be nice. I think that a lot of these ended up being officer names, which is a very smart way to fit your backers into the game. Anyway, good game. I don't necessarily recommend it. If you like strategy simulation, I think it's worth a shot. You'll probably play through it. Doesn't take too super long to play through, if you can just rush through it. But in the end, I'm gonna give... Oh man, the music too. I forgot to mention the music. Outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. But I'm going to give this game 7 out of 10 Police Chief Jacks. 7 out of 10. It's not terrible. It's not the best. It's an okay game. And if you like this kind of game, you'll probably like this game. If you don't like this kind of game, this game is going to be really, really, really boring for you. So, yeah, thanks for coming on this journey with me of This Is the Police. I'm glad that I could play it. I'm glad that I could finish it. Feels good to finish it. Feels good to see an ending. Chaffee really got jacked, didn't he? But I feel like it's I feel like it's appropriate. I feel like it was an appropriate ending. So thank you so much for watching. You know, I appreciate it. Please leave a like and a comment about whether you enjoyed this storyline or not, whether you liked the game. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions about it. And yeah, I can't wait to start a new game, and I can't wait to do it with you. Have a great day. Bye.